Hello and welcome to my podcast, Chmi3a-Your Little Candle. I am Fatima Zahra Shayat, and I am so happy to have you here for this very first episode, a special one, because it tells the story of why Chmi3a exists and what it truly means to me. You know, lighting a candle, it's such a simple act, almost instinctive. And who hasn't searched for Chmi3a, that little white candle we always keep somewhere for those moments when the power suddenly goes out? This small ordinary object becomes essential. It brings light, it reassures, it warms. My father used to tell me, even if you don't have much, as long as you have the will and a small light to guide you, you can keep moving forward. At the time, I thought he was just talking about a candle, but over the years, I realized he meant something much deeper. He was talking about that inner flame, that force inside us that pushes us to move forward, even in the darkest moments. My late father was my first Chmi3a. He guided me, encouraged me, and inspired me. When he passed away 11 years ago, it felt like that light had gone out. Like I was standing in an endless night. It was a painful time, a moment where everything seemed uncertain. Yet, in that darkness, I discovered the strength I never knew I had. Little by little, I learned that light never truly disappears. It just changes form. It is reborn in different ways, through encounters, opportunities, and those small sparks of life that led me to where I am today. And it is this deep belief that gave birth to this podcast. At some point in our lives, we have all been guided by Chmi3a. And in turn, we can all be that light for someone else. My own Chmi3a, if I had to share them with you, those little candles, people and moments where a light changed everything. Several come to my mind, and I choose to share 3 of them today with you. There was a choice to step into the unknown. With a master's degree in finance, I faced the same reality that many do. The job market wasn't waiting for me. Instead of staying stuck, I decided to explore a different path thanks to the guidance of a gentle career consultant I met accidentally. Human resources, a field I knew little about at the time, but one that, over the years, became my true calling. A market-driven decision made in uncertainty, but one of the brightest lights in my journey. Then there was a mentor, a person who believed in me when I doubted myself. I reached out for a simple advice, and after just one conversation, one practical tip, I took a decision and a whole new world of possibilities opened up. I was at crossroads in my career, unsure, hesitant, and this person showed me a different perspective, one that gave me the courage to make decisions I never thought possible. And then there were those moments when others tried to decide for me, whether in my career or personal life. I was told, this is the best path for you. This is how it should be. But deep inside, a small voice, a spark of rebellion, whispered, no, Fatima Zahra, this is not what you want. I learned to say no, to take ownership of my choices, to stop following the road laid out by others. And let me tell you, reclaiming my own power was one of the most transformative lights of my life. I created Chmi3a because I strongly believe we all need a light, and we don't need to lead an extraordinary life to make a positive impact. Sometimes, a simple I believe in you can make a whole difference for someone. And maybe, without realizing it, you have already been that light for someone else. So, what about you? Have you ever thought about those moments when a simple phrase, a helping hand, or an unexpected decision changed everything? And if I ask you to reflect on it, who was your little candle? A teacher who encouraged you when you felt full of doubt? A friend or a colleague who helped you on a day when everything seemed lost? A word that gave you the strength to keep going? Think about it. So, my friend, how will Chmi3a work? Every Tuesday, I will share with you a new episode. The first ones will feature my special guests who kindly accepted my invitation and will come to share their lights and insights. In a world where we are constantly chasing success, comparing ourselves, and pushing for more, this podcast is here to remind us that sometimes the greatest fulfillment comes through helping someone else, because we simply are all connected and we all have two choices in life. Either we let the flame die out and return to darkness, or pass it on so it continues to shine in someone else's heart. You know, my choice is Chmi3a. So if this podcast speaks to you, if a story resonates with you, please share it with a friend, a sibling, a colleague, or someone who needs a little spark today. Before closing, I would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to my friends who encouraged me and supported my preparations to launch this podcast. You are the little candles of Chmi3a. Thank you all for being here for this very first episode. Join me next Tuesday for another light, another story. And until then, take care and remember, sometimes all it takes is a small flame to light the way.